Would you like to know the secret to doing what you love in your executive career while being aligned with your purpose and not sacrificing your target salary? Well, I'm Dr. April Dobson. I want you to grab a pen and paper because I'm going to talk about something today that's going to help you to begin the journey of aligning your profession with your purpose without sacrificing your salary of $125,000 to $250,000 a year or more, while avoiding wasting your time. 16 years ago, my Air Force career, 11-year Air Force career, came to a very abrupt end when I underwent a medical evaluation board. And at that time, I had what appeared to be a successful career on the outside. I had received awards, recognition, but I was not fulfilled. Something was missing. I had this desire to do something different. I had this desire to do what I felt purpose to do, but I hadn't been doing that. And so I had been protecting national security during my Air Force career, but I had not been protecting my interest. I wasn't protecting what I was desiring. I wasn't protecting what I was purposed to do. And so I came to a critical crossroad that many of you are probably even at this point in your lives. I had to decide, am I going to keep doing what I've been doing that has a lucrative salary on the outside of the military, but it's leaving me outside of purpose. It's leaving me unfulfilled. And at that time, I didn't feel that I had the support from who I felt I should have the support from. And initially, I fell for it. I know you're not doing that, but I fell for it. And I applied for careers that were in Intel, and I received contingent offers that never materialized because I was making a mistake that 97%, a grave mistake that I discovered 97% of professionals who are applying for make. And I'm going to tell you about that mistake so that you can avoid it. Now, I hope you've had time to grab that pen and paper. Now, have you ever felt like you've been applying for positions, but it seems your applications are going into a black hole? Well, let me tell you, if you're a professional, senior leader or executive, aspiring executive, and you are in a career that's leaving you unfulfilled, you're increasing the company bottom line, you're helping the company to reach their target goals and exceed their target goals, but you're left feeling unfulfilled. You're missing what's allowing you to keep being your authentic self. You're thinking that your family is relying on you to stay in your same career. You're thinking that you can't afford to pivot because you've been doing the same thing for over a decade, like I had been doing. But let me tell you, you can't afford to keep doing the same thing. Now, I have a 3-point system that helps people to pivot and align their profession with their purpose. And we don't have time to talk about it all today, but I want you to get out a pen and paper, and I want to take you to take the first step. This is the pre-step that you need to take to help you to realign. So I want you to actually write down the thing that you've been desiring to do deep in your heart, deep in your soul, but you just haven't done it. You've been avoiding it. You've been desiring it, but you haven't done it. And the reason that I'm telling you to do this is because I believe God, our creator, gives us the insight of what he has purposed us to do because he created us. And I think many of the desires that we have in our hearts are there because he put them there. So write down the things that you've been desiring to do that you just haven't taken action on. Do you have those written? It should only be a few things, 1, 2, maybe even 3 things at most that you've been avoiding for a very long time, and it just keeps resurfacing. Now, I want you to write down, and I'm not telling you that you need to work without pay or work without a salary, but I want you to write down the things that you feel like you could do every day, even if you didn't get paid for it. Now, that should only be 1 or 2 things. And then I want you to write down the skills that you have. And I'm not telling you to write down a career for the second thing. I'm telling you to write down the activities that you would be doing every day, even if you didn't get paid for it. And again, that should be only 1 or 2 things, maybe 3. Then I want you to write down what are the skills and education and experience that you have. And then I want you to take your list, go and reflect, and just take a pause and say, what is it truly that I've been ignoring? What is it that God has placed in my heart that I've been ignoring that I should be doing? And now you have a starting point to be able to pivot. Now, I've created a system that I wish I had, a proprietary system that I wish I had when I was making the transition from the United States Air Force. And while you may not be transitioning from the military, you might be transitioning from a role that you've been doing for over 10 years. You might feel like that you have the education, you have the experience, that you can't afford to do something else. But let me tell you, the stress that it's causing you to continue to do something that you don't enjoy doing, the motivation that you're having to give yourself to pry yourself out of bed to go to the office, the strain that it's putting on your relationships because you're doing something that you don't love, all of these things are not worth you continuing to stay in the place that you're in. Now, I have 10 slots available for a new cohort that I'm starting to help guide senior leaders and executives into aligning their profession with their purpose without sacrificing their six-figure salary. And if you don't want to miss this opportunity, send me a DM with the word pivot or type in the comments pivot, and I will send you the link to book a free strategy call to talk to you about this proprietary system. And we can talk about how you can get started and how you can get from where you are to where you need to be in a career aligned with your purpose, doing what you love, still making $125,000 to $250,000 a year or more. So type pivot in the comments or send me a DM that says pivot, and I'll send you the link to book your one-on-one strategy call. I look forward to seeing you aligned with your purpose at the top. And I didn't tell you that after I made this pivot, I was promoted not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 5 times in an 8-year period. So I look forward to speaking with you. Pivot in the comments or send me a DM that says pivot. Can't wait to help you to align with your purpose.